Hello. I have been feeling very uninspired lately. Haven't really done anything for myself creatively, except for some drafting, but I really feel like I've been nursing this cold or this sore throat for a couple weeks now, and then the election just happened, and our business is dead. It's seriously, we do a lot of our business online, and even that is really it's scary. But to try and keep myself distracted, I am going to try and make my daughter a dress. So I picked some clothes from the shop that we have here. So we have a fabric store, so you can see the fabrics behind me. But we also have vintage and secondhand. So I picked a couple garments out, and I like the color schemes of them. So I already kind of cut some stuff up, and I'm actually going to make my daughter a skirt. So maybe a tri-layer skirt. I've ironed this to the best of my abilities. So I'm actually going to layer my fabrics. So I'm just going to my daughter's small, she's 4, so I can get away with this being a whole skirt because, it doesn't really matter right now. They're so small. Okay, so we're going to do a couple little layers. And this was actually the lining to the skirt, and the skirt was just super stained. So I decided that it needed a new life. A new life or a new wife or whatever. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I'm just let me throw a couple pins in here just to hold it together as I flip it over. I need to trim it down. And I'm just going to put a little gathering at the waist. So I'm keeping it real simple, but giving her a nice new little skirt. And this is honestly only the third thing I've made her in the course of 4 years. It's really sad. But hey, that's what having a daughter does to you and a business. So I'm going to trim down the sides, basically all my yucky seam allowances coming off there. I need to get mine off on this side too. And then I just need to trim them off from this top one. And I've got a pin right there. So they're all the same length. And yes, I did iron this. As you can see, it's just really really wrinkly. Alright, so here is my layered fabric for her skirt. And I'm going to probably just do a French seam. That way I don't have to actually finish the seams. So I'm going to line them up. So now I'm going to sit down. I'm going to start sewing. Okay, so I have replaced the pedal on this machine. So I think if you were watching once before, it went a little haywire. So because I've got so many layers, I am going to be doing a French seam, but because I really don't care, it really doesn't matter because my kid's so small anyways. I'm just going to make sure I get all the layers at probably about maybe ½ an inch here. And it's a real small stitch now. So remember, on a French seam, you start with your wrong sides together, and then you flip it to your right side. Okay, now I'm actually just gonna, now that I've gotten that, I'm gonna trim it down. Who knows? Maybe I won't give this one to her. Maybe I'll put this up for auction. It's a cute little skirt. Okay. Then I'm just going to flip it this way. If I wanted to go over to my iron, I could. Basically just kind of rolling it. And what I'm just making sure is that my end down here is lined up really nicely, so it's not going to get, it's not going to look weird. Okay, so I guess I'm doing about maybe my CMOS right there, so let me get it just a little bit more. So I'm going to do this about 3/8 now. This side is, I'm not working with the pattern. It's going to be a gathered waistband. So honestly, it doesn't really matter. And really I'm doing this so my edges don't fray, but also, you know, it doesn't have the overlock. So, okie dokie, let's look at our skirt. Very cute. So now I'm just going to add a little waistband to it. Oh, that would be really cute, huh? And actually, I should have, I'm going to baste my waistbands together so that they just don't move. And put it to my biggest stitch. And I'm just going to stitch the edges. And I'm really just doing that to keep the fabrics together. So now what I could do is I could actually take and put a separate waistband on. Let's see what we've got in here. I could just take this and make its own little waistband, since I've got extra fabric here. So let's say I wanted to double that. So double that and then double that again. So I have like maybe 1/2 inch elastic. Yeah, I think that'll work. Because that's the same size as that, right? Basically. Of course, pulled it a little bit. Okay, so here. So I know you're like, why is she folding it first? I'm doubling this, so I'm treating as if I were to cut 2 strips to double layer it. So now I'm going to fold this over like this, and then this is going to get attached to the skirt. So does that make more sense? And voila. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get the elastic now. Okay, I just cut my elastic. I think my daughter can fit that, so we're going to end up just tying that. What we want to do first is we actually want to, and I have a lot of students that struggle with these loop turners. So let's show you. So we're going to go in from one side to the side that's the part that's open. I'm going to catch it on my elastic, and you know what, that's going to pull it. I'm going to get it up from the side, get it in there, pull it through, and like that. Now we want to make sure that this does not get pulled all the way through. So I am just going to take and kind of just pin my elastic right there, because then I have to go through, let's get this, I have to go through the other side. Hopefully I didn't just seal it up. Okay, so for some reason I wasn't able to go from here over here. And I ended up having to open this up. Don't ask me why. I can actually get this through that hole, so I know this is a good way. So it's basically, I'm going to do this in 3 steps. Yeah, I I think I was just kind of in between the two pieces of fabric, or maybe you noticed I did something weird. Okay, so now we're going to take this one and take that through and grab this. Come on, there you go. I'm basically just trying to make my elastic tube. I think it's easier to do it now than to do it later. Now I've got these two ends. You can sew them together like this, but I think that just creates extra bulk. So I like to do it like this. So kind of coming over, kind of boxing it in, or just going across. Okay. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Okay. Okay, so I get that through. Of course it's twisted. I give up. Okay. So that is a little bit I'll probably fix in a bit. I'll put the twist on the side. And basically I'm just going to stitch all these together. And then I'm going to go with the overlock and fix that. Okay, stretch it across. Find that there. So I'll find the center. And the center. Looks like I'm just about out of battery power, so I went ahead and pinned it in quarters around my skirt, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of stitch right close to that elastic, basically give myself a good quarter. And just, the fabric should be the same size, so it's really, I'm stretching the elastic. And I guess I got to pull this. And the infamous twist, which is going to stay. Hopefully it doesn't drive my daughter nuts like the pair of pants I have that I refuse to wear because the stupid waistband's twisted and I can't fix it. Yeah, I know I can't fix it, I just have to actually pull it out of the drawer and fix it. Okay. This stupid little twist. Anyways, I'm going to go stitch this piece down that kind of got messed up because I took out the stitch. And then I'm going to go to the overlock machine and just clean up the edge. There we go. My cute little skirt for my adorable little daughter. Oops, there we go.